made on a local crystal meth lab.
Helicopters monitored from overhead while a SWAT team surrounded the complex. 35 children are being held hostage at a local elementary school. Owner and his wife hostage.
Today turned into a 12-hour standoff with police.
Sheriff's deputies and local SWAT refused to...
SWAT 4 is a squad-based first-person shooter that allows you to command a small team of SWAT members in dangerous missions. These include serving high-risk arrest warrants and taking on terrorists or robbery suspects who have barricaded themselves in with innocent hostages. It's kind of like playing Rainbow Six in that you lead a group of heavily armed and highly trained operatives, but you don't get to shoot the bad guys right away. You actually have to try and keep them alive and arrest them if you can, and only shoot them when it's absolutely necessary. The game's a whole lot of fun. Having to try and defuse situations while killing as few bad guys as possible gives SWAT 4 a unique challenge, and adds a whole new level of stress to armed confrontations. It takes some getting used to as far as not immediately shooting at armed suspects. Instead, you have to yell at them first to surrender, and only if they threaten your team or hostages with a weapon are you allowed to shoot at them. If you've never played a SWAT game before, the whole idea can be counterintuitive, but once you get used to it, finishing a mission in the game is extremely rewarding. A typical mission in SWAT is really tense. You start off with a mission briefing where you figure out what you're up against, like how many hostages are inside and what types of weapons the suspects have. And based on that information, you load out your 5-man team with guns, non-lethal weapons like tasers, and various grenades like tear gas and flashbangs. Once you start playing, you find that the game plays out really methodically, because any mistake can result in your entire team being wiped out. In general, you use your optical camera gadget to peek around corners or underneath doors and see what's behind. Then you can use the game's context-sensitive interface to order your squad mates to break open a door, toss in a grenade, and clear out a room full of threats. When you do make contact with suspects, there are a few moments of really tense standoff, as you try and figure out if they're going to surrender or if you need to shoot them. Sometimes they can get pretty stubborn, and they need to be tasered before they'll give up. It's these standoffs, and the moments leading up to them, that are the most memorable parts of SWAT 4. The best part of SWAT 4 is its replayability. Every time you load up a mission, the suspects and hostages spawn in different places, so you're never too sure about where you're going to run into resistance. So even after you've beaten the campaign, it's still really fun to try and replay everything and beat your best mission scores. You can also create your own missions and play any of the campaign levels or your created missions cooperatively with friends online or on a LAN, and that's arguably the best aspect of SWAT 4. The game looks and sounds great for the most part. The character models of your team are really detailed, and you can even count how many grenades each of your squad mates has left. They also animate nicely on scripted sequences, like when they do a silent countdown before blowing open doors with explosives. The sound effects in the game are also really sharp, and there's a lot of yelling being done during confrontations, which adds to the overall feel of chaos. If you like tactical games like Counter-Strike or Rainbow Six, and you're looking for something a little bit different, you're probably going to like SWAT 4. It's paced a little differently from most games, but its uniqueness is one of its main strengths. There's just no other game out there that rewards you for keeping the bad guys alive. If that kind of a challenge sounds interesting to you, you should definitely check out SWAT 4.